when we talk from aquatic ecosystems, we can classify them based on the salinity of the body. So if the salinity, you look at the range, if the salinity is less than 5 parts per thousand, so then it becomes freshwater ecosystem. If the salinity is beyond 35 ppt, then it becomes marine ecosystem. And if the salinity ranges in between 5 ppt to 35 ppt, then it becomes brackish water ecosystem. Okay, logic is simple. The condition, the criteria here is with respect to salinity. So with respect to there in land ecosystems, terrestrial ecosystems, rainfall was the main thing. If adequate rainfall, then forest. Lack of rainfall, then desert. So like a medium rainfall, then it is grassland. In the similar fashion, now criteria here is salinity. So you remember these values: 5 greater than 35 and 5 to 35. So freshwater ecosystem, marine water ecosystems, and brackish water ecosystem. Okay. Examples: freshwater. For freshwater, we can have lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, etc. Okay. For marine water, we will have things like oceans, seas, all such kind of things, coastal areas. So likewise, brackish water ecosystems, coastal ecosystems like let's say estuaries, mangroves. So they are all brackish water ecosystems. Okay, is that clear with examples? Okay, and then if you see in freshwater ecosystems can be again of two types. We can classify them into two types. So can you see lakes and ponds? Are they flowing or non-flowing? They are non-flowing. Think about streams and rivers. Are they flowing? Okay. So based on the movement of the water, the freshwater ecosystems can be of two types. Okay. So what are they? What are they? Freshwater ecosystems. I am writing in short form. So freshwater ecosystems can be classified into two types. One is lentic ecosystems and other one is lotic ecosystems. Okay. So what is lentic ecosystem and what is lotic ecosystem? Can you give any example for this lentic ecosystem? Can anyone? For lentic, you are saying lakes? Okay. Yes. Yes? Pond. So she is trying to say that for lentic pond, and she is trying to say that for lentic lake. So will you agree with their point? Will you agree what they are saying? They are saying that ponds and lakes are the examples for lentic ecosystem. Yes, they are the examples. So ponds and lakes, because lentic ecosystems are nothing but those ecosystems which have stagnant water, which have standing water. Okay, if the water is standing, then it is known as lentic. So you remember like lentic, like standing water. Okay, lentic standing, stand. You remember likewise. If it is standing or if it is stagnated, then that is known as lentic ecosystems. And if the water is flowing, so like you remember flowing water, low flow. You remember likewise. If the water is flowing, then it is known as lotic thing, and such kind of ecosystems would be known as lotic ecosystems. Okay. Now, can you give examples for lotic ecosystems? Yes. Good. Rivers and streams. Good. So rivers and streams, they would be examples. Okay. You have to remember likewise. Len means stand. Standing water. So standing water, ponds, standing water, lakes, standing water, stagnant water. For lotic means flow, flowing. So rivers, streams, likewise. So these are the two types of freshwater ecosystems that we can have. Okay, so that is one thing. So then you can have various organisms will be there. So what kind of organisms can be there? So just go through, like you will have newstons, periphytons, planktons, nectons, and benthos. These are the different type of organisms that can be seen in the water, in the aquatic ecosystems. So you see, neustrons means unattached organisms. So they will live freely living organisms. Like for example, floating plants, unattached. So there won't be roots. Roots won't be reaching to the soil. So likewise, they'll be floating. So floating plants would be neustrons, unattached. Okay. Then periphytons. Look at the names in science or in environment ecology. You have to go through the words only. Peri means around. Phyton means plants. Okay. So now you see those organisms which are attached to the stems of the plants or which lives in and around the stems of the plants. So they are nothing but periphytons. Peri means around, phytons means plants. Okay. Periphytons. So usually they will be submerged in the water. Another thing, example for that, it will be algae, sessile algae. So peri means around. Around, anything it is located around. Peri means perimeter. Have you heard about the word perimeter? Perimeter means what? When you try to calculate the things, the area around that particular thing, that is nothing but perimeter. Wherever you get the word peri means around. Okay. So periphery, around things. Okay. Likewise, planktons. Planktons are, you are aware, phytoplanktons, zooplanktons, likewise. So they will have the ability to move. So examples like we can have algae, crustacean like phytoplanktons and zooplanktons, planktons. And nectons. Nectons means they are free swimmers. They can swim in the water. Those organisms they can swim are known as nectons. So examples like all sea animals are nothing but nectons. Okay. And finally benthos. Benthos means benthic region is the benthic region means what? It's the deep region. So benthic zone. Have you heard about photic zone, aphotic zone, and likewise? So benthic zone means the down region, or like at the base you will have benthic region. Benthos means depth. It's a bed, the bed of the aquatic ecosystem. So those organisms. Planktons are nothing but they are either they can be phytoplanktons or zooplanktons. So usually they will have the locomotive power. Locomotive power means they can move from one place to another place. Likewise. So usually they'll be living in submerged. They'll be submerged in the water and they will live likewise. So all the organisms which can have that locomotive power and that they are nothing but planktons. Okay. So phytoplanktons and zooplanktons, common examples. Zooplanktons can be like crustaceans, phytoplanktons can be like algae. Okay, they can move. So that is planktons. So go through the type of organisms they will live.